So let's continue our session for today. It contains, and you have to answer as always on the chat. So the first question for today is: a team decides that an agile approach fits the need of the next phase in their project. Unfortunately, some team members have not had the appropriate agile training. How should the project manager respond to the lack of agile training? Transition some of these team members to other team and replace them with resources with agile training. Ensure the project's contingency reserves can cover agile training for all team members. Create virtual sessions for key team members covering the main agile topics. Identify and implement the most cost-effective agile training for the team members. And I think I can see from your answers quite resilient. But let's check your answers what you have. No, how are you? I have been training you from long time. Never take actions. Never take actions directly. You're not supposed to take direct actions because your actions will bring the negative results if you have not planned them well. So make sure that you plan them well, then you can implement the actions, and your actions should be approved by someone. Someone means if you are in project management, it has to be by the change control board or a sponsor. If you are in the program management, so it has to be approved by the steering committee. So based upon your level, you have to have the approvals before taking actions. If you remember these type of words for your life, you will never make any answer. You have to understand. You cannot take the actions. So based upon this explanation, which answer is true now on the chat window, please? Naveed and Mayu and Suhail, try again. Still no Naveed. Going for action. Yes, now you got it right, Naveed. Now Mayu, no. If you look here, this is what? Action, right? This is what? Action. We will not do anything which is action direct. What contingency reserve have to do? Problem is not the fund. Problem is they don't have training. So this is totally irrelevant from the question perspective. So then ultimate answer is identify and implement the most cost effective training for the team members. This is the answer and the explanation also. So always remember that select an answer which includes some explanations of identification analysis, impact analysis in any situation you are. Great, let's go next. A project team has been efficiently delivering the results. The product update they are working on must be released in 3 months, or else a competitor's new product will make them obsolete. if you guys have been observing, we cannot recommend suspending. We never recommend any suspensions of the project. This is wrong. We will never challenge anything. We are not here to fight. So B and D are gone. Remaining A and C. If you look between A and C, uh, in C, what is happening? Discuss option with project sponsor and choose the best one. We have already discussed. And this is the outcome of that session. We have already discussed, and this is the outcome, which means he's saying that what we call it in scheduling. What you guys remember the terminology I have given you? That there are two techniques of schedule compressions. In one, we can add more resources. In another one, we can do the activities in parallel. So if you look, he's saying, I will not extend the schedule, but I will give you the cost. So when he is ready to give you the cost, which option it is called as? When he's ready to giving you the cost, what we call it? Which method of schedule compression it is? No, schedule compressions. We have two techniques, crashing and fast tracking. Yes, Hafiz, correct. In crashing, we can add more resources and least incremental cost to cover the schedule delays. So in this situation, our answer is A, as some of you have said. Meet the new demand by adding new resources with the required skills. That is what I always tell that guys, this is the best way of learning. Remember everything by points and tricks. Next, some agile approaches have recently been added to an infrastructure company processes. The team is not completing the planned story points and they are becoming passive. The project manager is concerned and wants to improve productivity. Which two actions should the project manager take? Which actions he would take to improve the productivity? Okay. So provide team training so the team can do a better job of estimating story points. Speed up the project by reducing the backlog. Gain the needed time for story points completion by adding more iterations to the project. Use burn down and burn up charts to evaluate team performance and show story points completion. Yes, miss, it's correct for you. What about others? Hafiz, we need to select two. This answer is correct. I need another one. The issue is what? Some agile approaches have been added to the productive people. The team is not completing the planned story points. Time is the responsibility of Scrum Master, Project Manager, or team. Who decides the time? Scrum Master or team? No, miss. Work is the only responsibility of the team. Scrum Master have nothing to do with the work. So because of that, this point is gone. In predictive, yes. In agile, this point is valid in predictive approach, not in agile approach. So C is gone. We need to remove one more answer so we can find two correct answers. Project manager again is not responsible for this. It is the task of team, not Scrum Master. Providing team training, yes, it's the task of Scrum Master. And evaluate the team performance. Yes, it's a task of Scrum Master or project manager. So these two are the tasks in predictive, not in agile for project manager. In agile, these tasks are performed by the team, not by the project manager or Scrum Master. Great. I hope clarified. Let's go next. An agile approach is required during the final phase in a team's project. As the team discusses the phase, some team members disclose that they have not worked with agile before. The deadline is approaching soon, so you have time constraints also. How should the project manager respond? File a change request that addresses that agile training that member like. Escalate this as an issue to sponsor. Providing training is the responsibility of your sponsor. This issue should escalate to sponsor or management. The training issue. You can use chat under management, right? The sponsor has nothing to do with it. So this point is, well, I don't need what is written further, but this word is found, so I will not read it further. Ask the team members who have worked with Agile to mentor the others. Seems to be the better one. But let's go next. Identify and provide the most cost-effective Agile training for team members. This could be the answer, or A could be the answer, or C could be the answer. We don't file a change request for Agile training, right? Change request is filed for the external purposes, not internal purposes. Change request is filed for the external purposes when our baselines are changed. So A is also gone. Now remaining C and D. Ask the team members who have worked with Agile to mentor the others. Identify and providing the training is the task of project manager. So again, this is the answer. What is the task of Scrum Master? I think let me repeat it because you guys keep answering it again and again. Team is responsible for work and only work. The Scrum Master is responsible for facilitations, which includes training, which includes wait a minute, I'm coming on that one. Which includes providing training for the team members if there is a situation. It also includes the part of governance that no one can break it. These are the points of the Scrum Master. Well, product owner is responsible for backlog. Backlog management is performed by the product owner. Similarly, what else is performed by the product owner? He, along with the team, helps to refine the product backlog. So again, product refinement is also being done with the help of product owner and team. While project manager, which we call it Scrum Master in Agile, is responsible for facilitation or servant leadership. Hafiz is asking that why not self-led team here, sir? So if the team will start training in the middle of the iteration, their work will be increased. And providing the training is not team members' responsibility. It's a responsibility for, look, there are two types of learning, let me tell you, so you guys can easily understand it. Training related to Agile is the task of Scrum Master. Training related to the topic, like you are working on a specific topic, then team can learn by itself. But again, the trainings will be facilitated by the Scrum Master. Got it, Humayun? Agreed, Mr. Humayun? Great. So let's go next. So answer is our D. Identify and provide the most effective Agile training. I still do not understand. let me open your mic and then you can speak. Wait. Yes, unmute your mic and speak.
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, in our also, which the lessons you have mentioned in the group regarding the agile, there was also one question like this. So it was saying that in case some members, if don't have knowledge about agile, so we will stick them along with these members who knows about the agile, and project will not be stopped. So they will be learned time by time with these people. Okay, so this is the purpose of self-led teams. Okay, they will learn, and as you described,
Look,
T-shaped team,
they, as
right?
I said, they learn about the skills, not agile. And ultimately, for all the trainings, whatever the team will do, team will contact a Scrum Master to arrange it. Who is arranging the
Mhm.
training? Scrum Master. Team will say,
Scrum Master.
I don't know this topic. Can you arrange the training? So Scrum Master will go and find the cost-effective training for you. You just need to do it as a team member. You just need to do it, and if it is not available, you need to ask for it.
But there is not any kind of concept of any concept of training for agile, whichever I have read in your topics.
In
Or
agile,
am I wrong?
people need to understand what is agile framework. Can you do it without
Yes.
understanding the agile framework?
No, without a proper understanding or training, they cannot understand, sir.
Right? If look, you are standing here, and I think you have done a lot of knowledge in these gathering sessions. So if you tell someone that do the work in agile, like we will create a backlog, we put our requirements in the backlog. You know what people
Yeah.
will do? They will start using it as a predictive one. That they by paper they make it agile, not by mindset. Agile is about mindset. So what they will do, they will put the
That,
task here, they will put the dependencies finish to start here, and then they will say, okay, we have an iteration, we have to finish 2 weeks. What you are doing? You are not doing agile. You are doing what? Predictive. In
okay.
agile, what we
So,
say that there is an iteration. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Iteration continues. Let's suppose 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks means if 6 team members, let's suppose 6 team members and 2 weeks. So everyone will be working 40 hours, right? 40 hours multiplied by 6, multiplied by how many hours a day? 8 hours, right? Sorry, forget it. 240 hours multiplied by 2, which means 480 hours. And every person have to do what? How many hours? 80, right? 40 hours per week, isn't it?
yes.
8 hours per day and 5 days a week. So 40 hours. So for 2 weeks, everyone have 80 hours. So when the backlog starts, so some people ask me, man, how they will do the training when they have limited time. So we call them, look, if this is what 80 hours for each person and this is what 480 hours, so what team does actually? They keep some time for the development. Now development could be of anything. I'm not saying that IT or something. They keep some time for support, like you are deploying something and it's not working, errors are coming, so we will bring these things here also. So we'll keep some time for support, then we will keep some time for training also, but this arrangement of the training will be by the scrum master because he has to fund it. Similarly, some time for the testing also, maybe in the same iteration you are doing the testing also, some time for any other activity, some time for any other activity. So it's not 480 hours all the time development, it includes everything.
Uh,
Like for example, if this is 480 hours and the PMP training is what 35 hours,
hmm.
so everyone have to do a 35 hours training. So my 35 multiplied by 5, how many hours? 5 3 is 50, 150 and 175 hours, right?
165,
So 480
170.
minus 175 hours are reserved for the training, and similarly x amount of hours for the testing, y amount of task for the development of features, z amount of task for the designing, let's suppose, of something. Now the point is clear.
Right, sir. So
And
just one concept
yeah,
I
go
want
ahead,
to ask.
keep on.
Yes, sir. As you are saying that this whole concept. the skill and the agile approach, these are two different things, right? So
Yes.
if the team members have to learn the skill, okay,
Yes.
so they can manage between themselves. Okay, but
Yes.
if someone don't know the whole concept of the agile, then the training must be needed, right?
Yes. Which means
That,
we have to, like in agile, we have the ability, or we have the freedom, that if we cannot complete the work, we'll put it back in the backlog, right? This is iteration backlog, and this is our product backlog. If we could not finish it, there will be no like shouting and insulting and embarrassment. No, we'll put the work back,
yeah, yeah,
and for
exactly.
the remaining time, we will complete the training. So it's not like must that you must finish it. If it could not be completed because of any reason, because understanding of agile is more important than doing the work. So isn't it better we complete the things, and whatever the leftover, we'll put it in the product backlog, and in the next iteration we will take it again.
Okay, sir.
Make
Okay, got
sense?
it. Yes,
Okay,
thank you, sir.
no problem. That's good. That's the next question. Okay. Wow. A project has the following characteristics. There is a schedule performance issues occur due to the low expertise. Junior level resources are not completing tasks in a timely manner. Highly experienced resources report that junior colleagues are performing unnecessary tasks. Unnecessary tasks means they are not following the backlog for sure. In what two ways can the project manager or Scrum Master enhance the performance of this team? Meet with the team leader. Meet with the team leader. Uh, Let me unmute you guys. You can speak directly also by unmuting yourself. Project manager doesn't does it mean team leader? Yes or no?
No, sir. No.
They are the same person. So you will not meet yourself. You will not meet yourself. Just because of this, this point is gone. Implement a whole team training program. Why whole? I always say all is never the right answer. All is, I don't know what is written at the end. I don't care. Whole. We have problem with some, not with all. Gone. Work collaboratively with the team to design training and a checklist for task completion aligned with project goals. Seems to be the better answer. Let's go next. Design a checklist for all. Why all? Set up mentoring sessions with the team so that experienced resources can coach the junior resources and work collaboratively. And I think we needed to choose two answers. So these are the two answers. Did I explain well?
Very well, sir. Very intelligent.
So all like based on our key rules, or the what we call it keywords, what we have discussed, we will not do any general thing, which means whole, never the right answer. All, never the right answer. And you are not going to meet yourself because you are already the team leader. Great. So C and E were the right answers. Let's go next. During kickoff phase, the PM provided training for the entire team regarding the specifics of the company operation that the project supports. A year later, project productivity is suffering because members who were added later in the project do not have the same level of understanding. I think I should not even read the options. You have to find by yourself. I have been keep giving you the hints. Now find by yourself. And there's only one answer you need to select. So answer is yes, miss, you are correct. In every option, there is something which will make it wrong. except one. There's only one person have answered. Unfortunately, her answer is correct. What about others? Mayu, no. How can you go back from the first stage? Look, let me read the question again, or you guys also read with me. Swear yes, very nice. During kickoff phase, the PM provided training for all. After 1 year, because of new members were added, they do not have same level of understanding. So same level of understanding are generated in kickoff. Same level. That's what we call it. You are doing the forming as well as the storming stage of the team. So when new members are always added, what you always have to do, we have to make the shared understanding with the help of. Okay, let's just start removing the wrong things. If you look at from D, recognize that this is natural project progression and revise the schedule. Who are you to revise the schedule? Can you do it? For sure. No. Add new members. You already have added new members. Why you will put yourself again in trouble? So I don't know what is written ahead. I don't care. Ask current team members provide training and support and hold a second kickoff meeting for new team members. Tell the new team members to ask for help from the long-term members when they run. When they run, which means you don't want to do this, which is again wrong. The correct answer is B. I think in some sessions I have explained it that if you have a lot of new people, then you have to do a second kickoff meeting. The purpose of kickoff meeting is to bring all the people at one point, the shared understanding. So that's why B is correct. And I always say answer is 100% in the question. Remember this, answer is 100% in the question. Okay. Next question. Where is this? Now this is a technology project has the following characteristics. What are they? It requires a highly skilled resource that is unavailable locally. The PM has identified a resource who can do the work, but resource lives in a different country and requires a work visa. You know the answer even. When I'm reading the question, I know the answer. Now go and find out. Yes, yes, again you are correct. You are good. You are doing great. Now you can opt for the exam directly. Don't delay it. Your spirit is going on. What about others? There are many people here. Please, I'm waiting for your answers. Motion, yes, great. Naveed, yes, good. Franco, yes. No, yeah. Answer is very clear. Ask them to work remotely because itself, when you started reading and start reading this, you already have an answer in your mind. What will be the answer? So yes, D is the answer. Great. Next. A key team member is asked to move to another project during the middle of a technical project. The team member believes this is unwise move and express concerns. Which action will help to resolve the issue? Discuss the conflict with, you will discuss your internal conflicts with the sponsor? Hell no. Use coaching tools and techniques to motivate the project team. The person is a team member. You will talk to team. Team means all, and all is always wrong. Replace the key team member with the key resource who has the same skills. They are saying he is the only one. Acknowledge the team concern and analyze the impact to the project. So this is cannot be the answer. Remaining is D. Yes, all of you are correct. Very nice. Next. I think A came up. No worries. Project manager is working on small projects that is critical for a large milestone. A new resource has been assigned to replace a key resource who had to leave the project. Unfortunately, an outside stakeholder claims that a person who assigned a new resource sent their weakest team member. It's just an allegation. Outside a stakeholder is coming to dictate us. How should the project manager approach this rumor? For the rumors, what we have in our life, we have what? Ground rules. Yes or no? For this thing, we have established the ground rules in the beginning of the project for internal as well as external stakeholders. For the team, what we call it? What is the name of that document? What we make it for the team? Please don't start solving the questions when we are learning. Ground rules is valid for both internal and external. For the team, what we call it? What is the name of that document? Where we write down the rules. You guys are searching for answer and I'm searching for my answer. Miss, because you have given the answer which is incorrect. And okay, now you're good now. Yes, exactly. Team chart is the document which contains those ground rules. Very nice. So assess the new resource ability to perform the necessary work by testing their communication skills. Communication skills? Hell no. Evaluate the skills of the new resource to see how the resource can provide value to the project. Seems to be the better answer, but let's go next. File a request with the PMO to obtain a better resource. How you know he's better or not? Address the rumor with new resource function manager to mitigate any conflict. Problem is with the person, why you are going to his manager directly? So remaining is this. Evaluate and see by yourself. Why I have to trust someone from outside of the organization, isn't it? So yes, the correct answer is C in this situation. I hope you guys agreed. Let's go next. A PM in an organization that uses traditional project management is assigned to an ongoing project. The organization has started to use agile methods. The PM hears that some team members think that SME is missing and the team does not collaborate enough. Problem is this. How should the project manager respond to the concern? Employ third-party specialists to fill the knowledge gap, which means hiring the expert. If you are the subject matter expert and I am your manager and I bring another subject matter expert saying that you don't have the abilities, is it a good thing? If I bring a subject matter expert upon you, it's a hell no, it's a disgrace. At the next, sorry, we will not wait for the next. Why next year, Hafiz? No, I don't know what is written. But next, no, it's now. Why next? Add cross-functional internal resources and explain their values to team. Start using Kanban. There is nothing related to Kanban in the question. There is nothing related to the Kanban in the questions. So what happens in Agile project? Agile projects required, they do not, we have what in Agile? T-shaped team. And subject matter experts are I-shaped. So we create a team that they are good in one skill and they are good in, or they know other skills also. And cross-functional means T-shaped. Add cross-functional resources and explain them. If something is missing, bring another one for that purpose. Because T-shape is what? Like, okay, T-shape means you're good in testing, but you can do some system analysis, you can do some design, business analysis, and so on. So if you don't have business analysis skills, so in the other team member should be in the T shape, he should have the ability of business analysis. So one skill, second skill. Third team, he should have the skill of, let's suppose, coding. Third skills. Fourth team member should have the skill of making the design. Then another team member should have the skill set of prototype or requirement gathering, and another should have the skill of something related to documentation or something. Documentation means he will be reporting to like burn down chart and burn up chart, something like this. But they have other skills also. So in Agile, when we work in Agile, what we do, we work with the T-shaped teams. Did explanation work? I hope it works. Let's go next. During a technical project, a well-liked project member is reassigned to a different project. The team has expressed disapproval regarding the reassignment. How can you mitigate? The first thing is we are not going to the sponsor, please. I don't know what is written left and right. When I find this word, these are internal things, should be handled internally. Employ leadership and emotional intelligence tools and techniques to inspire the team to continue working. Add a resource with the same skills to replace the key team member. Schedule a team building day to keep the team happy. They are not school kids that you will take them to the field trip to make them happy. It's not going to happen. So A and B are gone, remaining B and C. Exactly, we will work with emotional intelligence that people keep coming and keep going. We have to understand the company's or the organization. Which great, good one. Next, wow, a new resource joins. A new resource joins a working team and assigned to a smaller project that is critical to a large milestone. Unfortunately, the new resource is under-skilled and very nervous. The team dynamic has become awkward and work has slowed on the smaller projects. Which are the two possible ways for the PM or Scrum Master to handle this situation? Choose two answers. Assess the new resource communication skills to evaluate their ability to perform acceptably as a part of the project team. Talk with the new resource about their skills and determine how they can contribute to the project. Privately ask the PMO. Privately ask the PMO. In any case, it can be the right answer. Surely no. Privately. Meet with the functional manager of the new resource. Problem is with the team, why you are going to his manager? C and D are gone. The right answer is, miss, your first answer is incorrect. Second is okay. Yes. What about others? Take enough time to answer it. I'm not running. Yes, Mr. Franco, great. Very nice. Really, really nice. Hafiz, your first answer is incorrect. Yeah, no, it's correct. Sorry. I think you guys are going to. Yes, I said the first answer is incorrect, and you gave me the second one. Yes, Nazish. It's not about communication skills. So B and E are the right answers. Next, on an agile team, staff members from various organizational departments rotate in and out to augment the team. Good. How can the project manager help shield the permanent team members from disruptions? So at least they won't get in turnover. Give them authority. It's not their problem. Ask staff leaving the project to pick members who deserves recognition. Selecting the team is the task of project manager, not team. Team does not select for themselves. Give them higher priority to choose which task they work on. Requires the staff leaving the project to run a knowledge sharing workshop. And I think this is the most possible answer. Agree? This is the most correct answer among those options. You guys agree or not? Next. Uh, Before the next iteration begins, project team meets about an unexpected challenge which threatens the delay. The task in the next iteration cannot be completed because of this challenge. Another team within the project is depending on your iteration. How should the project manager resolve this issue? Meet with both teams separately and ask them to figure out a way to meet the requirement. Why separately? If they say that meet together, I could say it could be the right answer. Meet with the product owner to prioritize the iteration backlog so that it does not impact other teams or obligations. You cannot increase the number. Can you increase the number of the team during the iteration? Never. Let team member know you want them to do their best under difficult circumstances and make sure to note the iteration challenges in the next retrospects. So we said A and C are wrong. Remaining are B and D. You select. Why should I select? I gave you the explanation also. Think again, Hafiz. Think again. Just one keyword which will make it wrong. All of your answer. Why you guys forget? Why you guys don't read carefully? I keep giving you the hints, but you guys don't read the answer by yourself. Whatever answers, all of you are incorrect. All of you are incorrect. And tell me why it is incorrect. I will not accept your answer because after that only one answer is remaining. But now I want you to find out why it is. Yes, Humayun, this is the correct word. I want to hear this from all of you. What is the word which makes it incorrect? Half is already noted down. Because of which word this answer is not correct. All of you have given the same answer. Just because of one word, it's not correct, Hafiz. That's what I'm saying. Just because of one word, it is not correct. Okay. Next. The problem is here while you are waiting for the next. It happens in your childhood that if you go to a shop and you didn't get the toy, So your parents say, okay, we will buy in the next one. It doesn't happen in the project. There's no next one. You have to do it now. Okay. During a meeting, project manager learns that business results needs to be delivered in 4 weeks. Although the original schedule stated 16 weeks. The PM also hears there is no available technical resource. Wow. PM knows that technical resource manager because they work together on a previous project. What is the first thing you will do as a project manager? Notify the sponsor why you are going to sponsor. Immediately escalate the issue to decision makers in the organization. Check with the technical resource manager to see if there is an available technical resource. Hire an outside party to meet the need for a technical resource. In answer, they are giving you the hint that you have good relations with technical resource manager. Exactly. Half is what you are reading, it's actually the failure is what happened. So we discuss, but if there is a situation you need to solve now, so you have to solve now. Great. That was our last question for today also. Just so I think almost 15 or 15 plus questions. So I hope that was it.